What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Duo Lon, a character from the 2003 King of Fighter game who has made his first debut in King of Fighter All-Star. And this is a very cool looking character. Aesthetically, Duo Lon's got it going on, man. The braided hair, the, the long fingernails, the red eyes. I mean, he's a cool looking character. But unfortunately, I don't feel like Netmarble really done the justice for this character that they should have done. And I know a lot of you Duo Lon fans are probably thinking to yourself, oh, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, let me get into it, guys. Let me talk about Duo Lon and why they really need to do a little bit more for the character. So my Duo Lon's actually A3. A character at A3 at this point in the game, especially an EX character, should be a very, very strong character. Now, Duo Lon does have some really quality things going on for him. One, his leadership is insane for temporal mystery fighters. 65% increase the damage for all of these available fighters is really, really good. I mean, he buffs up the strongest character in the game. Yes, Rugal is the strongest character name. He's even surpassed Devil Jin, but he buffs up all these other characters, the free Rugal that you get as well, which is actually pretty nice, although this Rugal's got a pretty insane leadership himself. But Duo Lon, when you look at his cores, I mean, he's got the PG Ray, he's got the Blast and Strike skill increase, the critical rate increase, and he does have a deal physical damage equals 350% of attack to all enemies for 1 second per 0.2 seconds upon landing an active skill, which is good. And he increases physical damage by 100%. This needs to go up to 200%. Seriously, guys, when you see the damage that the character does, especially at A3 with 3 Imprint Stones on him, you're going to think to yourself, yeah, he really should be stronger than this, like damage-wise. And I know maybe he wasn't designed for that, but he still should be really, really strong because there are characters that are just going to, I mean, there are players that are just going to pull for this character, right? Not everybody's going to be a Rugal fan, right? Not everybody wants their characters to be support characters. I mean, they did this with Iori back in the day, and look what happened. A lot of people, I mean, only Iori fans love to play with Iori, right? But whenever it comes to like super strong characters, you know, a lot of people just might gravitate towards those characters because they're really, really strong. Duo Lon is not one of those characters. He's a really good support, right? And he does have some other things in his kit that's really nice, like the decreased damage received is insane, excluding critical damage by 99% for 9 seconds when attacked on a 15-second cooldown. This is crazy. Like, his survivability is very, very good. Netmarble did a wonderful job with him on that. The immune to darkness and poison, starlight, petrifying fear is amazing for the character for PvP. Decrease the target's attack speed by 90% for 4 seconds upon landing a critical hit. So when you land a critical hit on somebody in PvP especially, you're going to lower their attack speed. It's going to take them a while to go through their skills. This is actually very OP in PvP. However, when it comes to King of Fighter All-Star, PvP doesn't really get much love because the servers are crap. People can't log in. They can't really play the game. They can't really connect to the servers. And to be perfectly fair, guys, when it comes to King of Fighter All-Star, King of Fighter Original Week and Championship, it used to be super fun, but now with these EX characters and all these broken kits and all these CC effects, it's kind of made PvP, especially for King of Fighter Original Week, kind of suck. It isn't near as cool or near as fun as it used to be because it doesn't require as much skill to play. And that's why, like, this PvP stuff is really great for PvP, especially if you're into PvP. But for the game modes that matter to most King of Fighter All-Star players, it really isn't going to make a huge difference. The Reflect is also really good, again, for PvP. And then you look at his skills, right? You look at his first skill, you know, he does get Hyper Armor for 4 seconds, which is nice, guys. It is an interrupt skill, and the critical damage by 80% is crazy. That is a huge critical damage buff. Huge, the highest in the game. And then he also increased attack of all allies and self by 40% for 12 seconds. Again, very OP for buffing up your other characters, especially with his leadership and buffing up himself. And this PvP exclusive disable all enemies after skills. Again, this is insane for PvP. And then his first skill increased attack by 75% of defense for 6 seconds. This stacks up to 2, which means he gets 150% extra attack to his defense. That is a nutty buff. And you would think with these buffs that you're seeing here, you think, oh my God, this guy's going to be insane. Like, he's going to be crazy. The increased target damage received, again, another damage buff. And then his finisher, this is crazy. Obtain 20% power when used. Increase attack of all allies and self by 35% for 12 seconds upon use. This stacks up to 3. He gives an extra. I mean, this is over 100% increase to attack to himself and all allies on top of the 40% attack from his first skill. This is a very OP support. And the obtained 20% power is really good, but here's the problem with the obtained 20% power, at least in Guild Raid, not in other game modes. In Guild Raid, his 3PG gets interrupted. It gets interrupted. So it really sucks, but the character has such good survivability, you don't really have to worry about him dying, right? And then when you take a look at his EX core, we'll just jump in here and take a look at his EX core, right? 2003. And when you look at his EX core, right? You take this thing, turn it all the way up, and he can decrease the skill cooldown of this skill for 100% for 3 seconds and gain 20% power every 0.5 seconds. And that is pretty damn nice, right? And then, but his EX core, his other EX core, weaken, increase all damage received by 35%. This is what's going to make him OP, along with his leadership, along with all the increased attack from his default and from his first skill. This is what's going to make him super OP, but he's got to be A5 in order to have this. That's the problem. He's got to be A5. That requires a lot of investment in order to get this character leveled up to that point. And yeah, he will be the best support for your Temporal Mystery Fighters for sure, for Rugal for sure, if you have him at A5. But I've done the test, and if he is an A5, Kusanagi actually is better. That's right. Kusanagi is actually better. Now, I actually recorded a run, guys, against Rugal. This won't be against Geese here. But you know what? Let me go ahead and jump in here, and let's see what happens here, right? So you guys saw the build on. Oh, yeah, and I do have 3 Imprint Stones on the character, and I am going to be using the Rugal set for this character. And this is the best set. I tried using a Kea set. I tried using Shizuru set. This set does more damage than those other sets, for sure, guys. That's another thing, you know. And if you had the Kea set, guys, like that's the set that's always available in the game, his damage is really lackluster. And I'm pretty sure as you're going to watch this, right, he's immune to darkness, so you don't have to worry about taking damage from the darkness. And he does have a decreased damage received, so his survivability ought to be really, really great here. And this is going to be my first time trying this against Nightmare Geese. But I want you to just look at the damage and look at how his 3PG is actually going to get interrupted. So we didn't get the proc, which kind of sucks. We're going to hit that default. We're going to hit the 3PG, okay? And he won't put out the damage that he really needs to. It kind of sucks. Like, he really should be stronger than this. And as soon as that default shows up, guys, you want to hit that baby so you can get that increased attack, right? And there we took a lot of damage, okay? Now we're hitting our default, and you'll notice, guys, that the darkness, look, he doesn't interrupt him. He doesn't interrupt him at all, and that's just effed up to me. Why is it that EX character cannot interrupt these characters, you know, with these, or cannot interrupt Guild Raid? It just doesn't make no sense to me. Why is the EX character unable to do that? And this is the first character that isn't able to do it. This is the first EX character that is not able to do that. And I just don't understand it. Thank you so much for following. I don't understand it at all, right? Hit that 3PG. So, I mean, we don't have to worry about taking damage from darkness, and that's good. But if you, but look, we're not stopping Geese at all from doing any attacks. But we are able to survive. Come on now, here we go. That decreased damage received is nice for sure. I mean, it is cool to see a character have such good survivability. It's pretty awesome. But when damage is lackluster, I mean, look at this damage, guys. I'm using the set from the banner, right? I'm using the set from the banner, and yet oh my God. But yet we're not doing very much damage, right? It's just like, why? Why, Netmarble? Why did you do this to this character? He should be so much stronger than this. Like, I don't understand it at all. Right, we'll go ahead and hit our 3PG here. I mean, 3PG animation is going to be insane for Immortal Dungeons and for other game modes. But for Guild Raid, I mean, it's pretty lackluster. And look at my damage, guys. Right? Look at my damage. I mean, we're over 1 billion, right? And that's all fine and dandy, but I mean, an A3 EX character with a, OP banner set, I really don't understand Netmarble's logic. I don't understand their logic at all, right? I don't get it. So we're reduced, to blocking stuff, but I mean, it's honestly insane that he's lasted this long as far as survivability. I mean, that's pretty nutty, guys. I mean, that's really crazy that he has lasted this long, right? And we are about to hit, 2 billion, right? Okay. And there, we hit 1.25 billion, right? We barely hit 1.25 billion. I know Nightmare Geese is hard, guys, but honestly, with a character with Immune Darkness, he really should have done better than this. And against Guild Raid Rugal, I did a complete solo, okay? I did a complete solo against Guild Raid Rugal, and I can show you guys right now, and I can go all the way to the end, okay? And you can see, that we got 1.3, we're going to hit 1.4 billion, right? Doing the same thing. And against Guild Raid Rugal, his skills get interrupted there as well, right? So, I mean, he's, 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion. It's just, an EX character should be stronger than that, especially with an OP card set like what I'm using on him. And like I said, I tested that set. I tested other sets on him, like the KS set, like the Shazur set, that actually bumps up their defenses, and those things were worse. This set actually is stronger than him by a large margin, guys. I mean, that honestly is pretty bad. On my account, to have an A3 character, that is pretty freaking bad, guys. You really would expect more. So I would really ask Netmarble to buff this guy, give him a little bit more, because the thing is, a lot of players are going to look at him and they're going to be like, man, I just got Kusanagi for free and I don't need to have him at A5. I can just have him at level 90 and get better buffs than what I'm actually getting from this guy before he reaches A5. Once he's A5, once Duolan is A5, then he's going to be a better sport, especially for the Temporal Mystery fighters. All right, there is that. But his damage is still lackluster. It still should be much higher than what it is. So I don't know if there's a bug going on. I don't know if Netmarble intended for his 3PG to be able to get interrupted, but it shouldn't be interruptible. No 3PG from any EX character, none of them, guys, zero. All of them are uninterruptible. All of them, except for this guy. Why is that? Why did Netmarble do that? They really should fix that. Make that thing at least uninterruptible and at least give him a little bit of a buff. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple pulls, guys, really quick here. I do have some free pulls from my KOF pass, right? I'm just going to go ahead and skip it because it really doesn't matter what I get, in all honesty, guys. I'm just kind of pulling whatever. No. Don't use those rubies. Don't use those rubies. Don't you dare use those rubies, Forgo. That's a bad idea. Oh my God, I almost made a huge boo-boo right there. Man, terrible boo-boo. Okay, so, another 3PG. Which one we get for him here? Interesting. Critical damage. I mean, it's good, but again, they need to buff the character. Seriously, guys, they need to buff him. And I've talked to a lot of other players that felt the same way. They're just like, man, look, I mean, he's weak. He's weak. He's weak compared to what he should be. Seriously, guys, he's an EX character. He should be stronger than that. Okay, so let's see. Let's hope for Rugal here. On another note, let's hope we can get Rugal. We got 1,800 rubies. It is payday, right? And I haven't collected some rubies from some other game modes yet. All right, nothing there. It really doesn't matter if I get anything now or not. I mean, I would like to get some more dual Lons right now, guys, because once I go to the end and I get that selector, I can use it for Rugal, and I can A5 him. That's all I need. But I would like to get dual Lon A5 to see what kind of difference it really is when he's at A5. Because that's, I mean, honestly, guys, that's where his relevance really lies. And I just hate saying that about any character, you know, well, they're just relegated to a support. Even though, like, Leona, my girl, is a support. I mean, I love her to death, right? I generally would use, you know, my highest damage dealer instead for doing all my clears. I mean, yeah, our luck's pretty terrible here. We're not getting anything, which is kind of a bummer, right? I did get lucky in some other pulls that I actually did on Discord that I wasn't even recording, guys. And that's how I was able to get Rugal to A5, which is pretty cool. Or A4, I'm sorry, A4. Now we're just going to go ahead and skip it. All right. So really all we're doing right now is we're just trying to get closer to the pity. At least that's what it looks like to me, right? It'd be nice to get somebody, get something, but doesn't look like they're showing the love. Nope. Just good old shafting, man. Good old shafting. So more than likely, I probably won't be able to get dual Lon to A5 because I still need 4 memories for the character to do it. And the truth is, guys, I've already dumped over, I've already dumped over $400 in this update. I'm not going to dump any more in it. So yeah, but I really would ask Nethermarble to buff this character. Seriously, man, give him a little bit more. Let him be able to do a little bit more damage because he absolutely deserves this. So guys, let me know what you think about dual Lon, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. TW7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.